So I started to look at passion. I started to look at efficiency versus effectiveness, as Tim talked about earlier. That's a huge distinction. I started to look at teamwork and determination and basically all those platitudes they call successories that hang with that schmaltzy art in boardrooms around the world right now. That stuff, it's suddenly all been turned on its head. Safety. Safety first is, going back to OSHA and PETA and the Humane Society. What if OSHA got it wrong? This is heresy, what I'm about to say, but what if it's really safety third, right? No, really, what I mean to say is, I value my safety on these crazy jobs as much as the people that I'm working with, but the ones who really get it done, they're not out there talking about safety first. They know that other things come first. The business of doing the work comes first, the business of getting it done. And I'll never forget, up in the Bering Sea, I was on a crab boat with the Deadliest Catch guys, which I also work on in the first season. We're about 100 miles off the coast of Russia, 50-foot seas, big waves, green water coming over the wheelhouse, right? Most hazardous environment I'd ever seen, and I was back with a guy lashing the pots down. So I'm 40 feet off the deck, which is like looking down at the top of your shoe, and it's doing this in the ocean. Unspeakably dangerous. I scamper down, I go into the wheelhouse, and I say with some level of, incredulity, "Captain, OSHA?" And he says, "OSHA? Ocean." And he points out there. But in that moment, what he said next can't be repeated in the lower 48. It can't be repeated on any factory floor or any construction site. But he looked at me and he said, "Son," and he's my age, by the way, he calls me son. I love that. He says, "Son, I'm the captain of a crab boat. My responsibility is not to get you home alive. My responsibility is to get you home rich. You want to get home alive? That's on you." And for the rest of that day, safety first. I was like, so, the idea that we create this sense of complacency when all we do is talk about somebody else's responsibility as though it's our own and vice versa. Anyhow, a whole lot of things. I could talk at length about the many little distinctions we made and the endless list of ways that I got it wrong.